Hello, hello, my friends, and welcome to tonight's episode of The Strength of Thousands Adventure Path here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls. My name is Will, also known as Tabletop Rolls, and before we get right into the show, and we got a really great show, we're going to get started with some announcements. Announcement number one. Hey y'all, we appreciate you. That's the most important first announcement. Chat, you rock. I adore you all. Announcement number two. Other shows on the channel. Tomorrow, the Sprout stream. What will I do with Matt, TJ, or Matt and TJ, or just me? Who knows? Join us tomorrow. Find out.
I'm so close to 50.
Get there.
Hell, I could probably get it tonight if I did the daily duty.
Duty.
Thank you, Zoe.
You're welcome.
Then on Wednesday, Wild Ambition, come hell or high water.
Hail or high water, dang.
Yeah. Come hell or high water, we are doing the lovely session I had planned a week ago. The internet saga may have been resolved. Knocks on wood.
Hey.
Then on a Thursday, we're off PFS in Winnipeg, part 2 of a scenario where our party gets to do some cool stuff. Come and hang out with Shark Garl.
I haven't signed up yet, Will.
Oh, don't hang out with Shark Garl.
It will depend on what I get done tomorrow night, probably after Sprout stream.
That is valid.
I have to get the Christmas card made.
Matt, if you ever do need me to run this one so you can get part 2 of the story you started last week, just let me know if you can't make it on Thursday and we'll figure out a time for you to play through it at some point. Then,
keep that in mind.
On Friday, Astral Calling. Not the Astral Calling. No. Because Sarah's going to be running something for us. A spoopy campaign. A one-shot.
You'll get to finally see how I DM, which is a little probably different than so that'll be fun. And then I'll be no Rose, unfortunately. Rose and Billy are celebrating their anniversary, which is apropos, of course, as they should.
I need future generations to understand that the face I just made was not directed at what Sarah was saying. It was directed at Squishy buying a villain point for Matt tonight.
That's what we'll do.
I realized you were like, oh, Rose and Billy, and I went, It wasn't in regards to that. That was directed at you, Squishy. That was all for you.
I will do my best to use that because I often forget to use the villain points.
That's okay. We all forget things. It's fine. It's normal.
Then on Saturday, the Tabletop Bros continue Charterstone. It's a city building game. And Matt is determined to take down the nobility.
Beat the rich.
Yeah. So good on that.
Well, you should.
Eat the Forever King. It's tyranny. We didn't vote for him.
Then on Sunday,
watching a ladies with swords and lakes is not a form of government.
Shut up.
Something will happen on Sunday. It might be me. It might be me and Emily. Who knows? We are down to Sarah that day. But we will still have
potentially. We will see how it goes with people's schedules, but one of those rare opportunities to actually meet in person with certain individuals, because scheduling as an adult is a nightmare.
Is this the Zelda one?
Yeah. It is.
Godspeed.
And considering one of our party members may or may not be leaving fairly soon in the next couple months. we should get through that campaign.
That are talking about moving soon.
Oh, all right. But then Monday, Strength of Thousands AP, the show you're watching it right now. Why are you watching it? Well, I think it's because of the fantastic cast that we have. But more importantly, I also think it's because we got Matt running it tonight, and Matt's a great GM. Matt, why don't I hand things off to you and let you do your thing?
Someone's starting a stove? I hear a
yeah, right. You jiggling your leg, or is that Will?
No, that's me. I'll stop.
I was like, I know it's one of you.
No. How weird is it, McKenna? And you know me, McKenna. I sat there and went, wait, am I shaking my leg? Me? Am I the problem? And
Do
then
Sarah
I
and
looked
I
down and
both have the same
oh.
like anxious tick?
You
Maybe.
anxious,
You do.
anxious, restless leg syndrome. It is actually hereditary. My father has it. My uncle used to say he was called Thumper in high school.
Mine is not
Oh.
hereditary. I'm just weird.
Well, anxiety.
It's me.
Anyway.
Hi.
I
Bob,
cannot
it's
sit
me.
with just my legs sitting just
No.
in front of
Listen,
me. I
it's
have to
just
cross the legs or
comfy.
something, or sit
It's
on one foot.
comfy.
My legs get sore for some reason. I don't know. It might be a
Well,
blood thing.
It's anybody who sits up straight does not has the proper brain synapses firing at all times. So good for them.
But enough about hypothetical legs. You don't know if we have legs. We're on stream. We might all be weird torso puppets, which is a phrase I'll only say during the spooky month.
Matt, you're not supposed to tell them that. It's supposed to be a secret.
It's
Hey,
hypothetical.
I mean, you know how many times we've said we don't have feet, so
It's
no
true.
one's allowed to have feet on Twitch.
it's true, we
No.
don't.
No foots.
I know, except VTubers, maybe. I don't know, like the
No,
full
not
body
even
ones.
VTubers now.
No, they're not allowed.
You also
Yeah,
can't show your
I
hips.
can't
have
We are now
nice
Look, I
truly-
can't show.
apparently.
I can't even show the toe beans anymore. That's
Not even cat feet?
We live
With her-
in a world with no toe beans allowed.
no toe beans.
Oh, to me,
The worst Thanos timeline. No more toe beans.
Nice.
Although we are canonically in the
No
timeline where
toe
Timmy
beans.
Turner was never born.
Oh, that's
Great.
fine.
Which
That's good.
theoretically is the best
Yeah, that's fine.
timeline.
Yeah.
All right, moving on, because we do want to get some stuff done tonight. We do have a hard end time at 11 tonight. So, hello everyone, welcome. I am Matt, or Urbanoff at various places on the internet, here to run the cream of the crop, the honored luminaries of the Magambia through the Strength of Thousands adventure path, where they've gone from students to kind of junior teachers to lore speakers to possibly the new magic warriors. We'll see if they survive their first day potentially being potential magic warriors. But speaking of these potential magic warriors, we're going to start with the person who looks the most magical tonight because they're using an adorable graphic of themselves. It's Zozy Pose. Please introduce yourself, your character, and for your spooky question tonight, what scary video game would you least want to find yourself in?
Oh God. Okay, that's a really good question. Hi everybody, I'm Zoe. I go by Zozy Pose on the internet, and I'm playing Ophelia, our lovely, lovely bard. And if to be fair, I have to go with a game that gave me quite the fright and many a night terror as a child. That'd be the Resident Evil series, very much because you're trapped in a lot of places. You can't just go where you want. You don't have very much ammo, so there's not really a lot that you can do to fight back too well. There's a lot of sounds all the time, a lot. And
Zombies.
they scare the frick frack out of me. So yeah, that would be my hell. And it is, because I have nightmares constantly about them. So yay! Yippee!
That's very fair. And moving directly to the left on my screen, at least, we have McKenna. Please introduce yourself, your character, and what scary video game you would not want to find yourself in.
Okay, well, hello everyone. My name is McKenna Ray Tynan, McKenna Ray Art on actually I think only most of the platforms. Tonight I am playing Avi Avi, our Nyctera witch, sans her familiar Agate currently, and scary video game that I would least like to. There's so many. I'm really not a fan of like jump scare horror video games as much as I give Will shit for also not being a fan of jump scare horror video games. Which you can see from the look on his face, I do give him some shit for. But
So you wouldn't want to be in the FNAF world, basically.
FNAF. Well, one because I think FNAF is kind of. It's fine.
It's
fine.
bad.
Maybe I don't understand the lore behind it. Maybe it goes over my
I
head.
know, unfortunately, a
get
lot
into
about
it.
FNAF lore.
Me
all
too.
watched Matt Hat's videos. I get it.
Purple guy.
It's the horror movie. It's the horror game world that we have to be stuck in, right?
But there was
I will
one
say, movie's not bad.
for video game. There was one that was really popular years back. It was like Insomnia, the dark the something.
Dark Descent.
The Dark
Dark
Descent,
Descent.
yes.
Amnesia?
Amnesia.
Yeah,
Dark
thank
Descent.
you,
I
it's
was like,
Amnesia,
it's some
Dark
sort
Descent.
of illness and then dark down something.
Yeah,
Cat
that
would.
was-
It's fun to watch other people play it, but I don't want to. Also, I just got a new cardigan and there's a Gigi on it. You found this on Facebook Marketplace for like 15
And-
bucks.
Moving
Oh,
on.
love.
Moving on to the person who just for a brief instant, triggered my fight or flight response. Sarah, the one wearing a spider on their shirt now, that I suddenly tensed up and dug my hand into my arm. Is that blood?
It's- It's spooky month. Hi, everybody.
is.
I'm Sarah Margaret. I go by Cosmic Deity 746 on Twitch. And I am playing Charlotte, the a naughty toxicologist, hence the little blue spider on my shirt right now, which is actually a really pretty crystal spider. So like, it's very pretty. Yeah, I would have to say, I'll give you a quick 2 answers, both opposing. I could tell you one spooky world I would not want to be in, and one I would really like to be in because it seems like it would be really interesting. Is I would not like to be in the Silent Hill universe, because if I'm in the horrors of Silent Hill, I've done some things, or I got a trauma past, and I would prefer not to have that. Like Silent Hill is all about trauma, and I'm like, I don't think I want that. And on the other hand, I would love to, I wouldn't mind being in the Fatal Frame universe, because I could have a camera and see spooky ghosts and take photos of them and be in Japan. Plus sides.
You know, you could just go to Japan.
I wish I
We should do
could.
that. Let's do it.
I'm not
Tabletop
really
Roll
allowed
goes to
to
Japan.
until I get, I'm not really allowed to until I get a full health checkup that I won't be at risk for lymphoid cancer, because they still are having radioactive effects at Japan.
Uh,
I was supposed to go when I was supposed to go when I was a kid for like cat showing reasons, and then a giant earthquake hit, and then the doctor said, you have a high risk of lymphoid cancer. We're not sending you anywhere near anything that's got like no.
Where are you supposed to visit?
Tokyo directly.
Oh no, I hadn't considered. Well, I'm going
It's
to Japan
better
in 2
now.
weeks, so
It is, no, it's very better now, and I just, my like history of my family is just, we have a lot of susceptibility to lymphoid cancer, so they were just like, not risking that on you. Anyway, that I would still like to go to Japan someday, but I just need to get a full health check beforehand.
Yes.
And last but not least, Will, please introduce yourself, your character, and what scary game, I suppose any scary game that you would not want to find yourself in.
not that we would not want to find ourselves in. It was like, I thought it was if we wanted to find ourselves in.
No, this is the one you would least want to be trapped in.
Hello, my name is Will, also known as Tabletop Rolls. Tonight, Gamma, Igara, and Choco, Gripply Summoner, with a Fey Frog. And for Matt's question, the thing that's been interesting me, I will give you the first one, the most wanted to be trapped in, because there is actually a horror game that I do want to get trapped in. Because it's yes, it's because it's a technicality and would make me so happy. Put me in Digimon Survive, baby.
Oh, yeah, actually.
Yeah. I'll go and I will get myself a little Patamon. I'll get an Angemon. I'll be happy. It'll be great.
They made a horror game for Digimon?
Yes, it's a horror game and it's also a tactics game. So instead of the regular like Digimon battles, you actually have the Digimon as like pieces and they have like movement mounts. It's so much fun.
It's actually
And
really good.
Yeah, it's so good. And it's a visual novel. It's like just so many fun things. If I had a Digimon, fun fact, if I could get like a Digimon as a partner, it'd be one of 3. It would either be Impmon, because Beelzemon is fucking awesome. It would be Impmon, or if I could get like a Padmon, that'd be pretty cool. Or a
Patamon.
Vmon. I love Vmon. So much so that I tried to gamble at a gotcha at Comic-Con, and I got a little Vmon figure, and I'm very excited about the Vmon.
Yeah,
That
Will,
would be Gatomon.
what's the one you
period.
don't want to be trapped in?
The one
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
that
want
one.
to be trapped in, just because I think it would annoy the hell out of me, is the ones that Shy was playing like a few years ago.
Corpse Party.
Yeah, that one.
Oh my god,
Oh, yeah,
That's
no.
a good pick.
But-
I also
but-
would not want to
Would
be in
not
Corpse
wanna
I don't
in
want
the
to be in
world of
Corpse
Corpse
Party.
Party.
I saw Shy
Butter-
playing it. Corpse Party / Danganronpa.
Danganronpa
yeah.
doesn't count as a horror game.
counts as a
People
horror
just
game.
die.
It does not. Well,
It's
Digimon
just
Survive
really
is also not a
great
horror
with-
game at most.
with
It's a
neon
survival
pink
game.
Digimon Survive is a horror game.
No, the internet does not agree with you.
Well, the internet,
Your
like most
definition
things,
of
is wrong.
No, it's Will's definition of what is scary, which is very
I'm sorry.
lowball.
When you get
Right.
hunted,
Grandpa cannot be that scary. It's a
Anyway.
anyway,
And last but not least, it took me like the entire time you guys were talking to remember the name of it, but this is a difficult question for me. The one I probably have seen, because I don't actually watch a lot of horror games, and some of them, now that I'm so familiar with them, the horror is kind of gone for me. Like Until Dawn isn't scary for me because I've watched an entire playthrough so many times.
Have
But
you done your
Right.
yearly watch yet?
I'm not
How's
sure
that
I'm gonna have
remake?
time this year. I
How's
was
that
busy at the
remake
con.
treating you?
But the one that I probably would absolutely be miserable and terrified out of my wits and existentially terrified is Soma.
Yeah.
There's
that wouldn't be
claustrophobia, there's body horror, there's am I
There's
God? Oh God, am I real?
thalassophobia. They got
I'm not
thalassophobia.
familiar with that
There are
game.
times you have to do horrible things to potentially sentient beings just to progress.
Yeah,
It
I don't
is
want that
a-
one either.
It is a
This
mind
looks
F, and
scary.
Soma is quite scary.
You know what this is also reminding me of, which I probably would change my answer because even though one of them is a childhood fear, I hate space too. So Dead Space would probably be my number one, actually. Now
Cut
that I
off
think
their
about it.
limbs.
Yeah, because you're real stuck in that one.
Yeah,
I mean,
fair
if
point,
you're
fair
Isaac
point.
Clarke, yeah.
Where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go? There's nowhere to go.
Yeah.
It's Dead Space.
That's someone once
It's
pointed out
fascinating, though.
the fascinating dichotomy of space, where space is incredibly vast and open, but because most of space will kill you, you're actually claustrophobically often in a metal tube.
Yeah.
Awful.
It's all this infinite space, you're still trapped in a small thing.
Is this game
Hey.
in space or in the sea? Because
Soma's at the bottom of the
Soma's
ocean.
at the bottom of the
I was about to
ocean.
say it's giving Bioshock as well, which is
Yeah.
just
Bioshock is not
That's
as
why
scary
I
as
also
Soma.
said it. That's why I also said it has a lot of thalassophobia as well. As you
yeah.
do run into giant sea creatures at the bottom of the ocean that are arguably mutated,
hate that.
like Subnautica. Except I like Subnautica. For as spooky as it can
no,
get.
no, this looks terrifying.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll play it
Um,
on stream one time.
Maybe next year's Halloween era. But that's all for our introductions. Will, why don't you go ahead and roll that intro, and we will dive right back into the non-spooky adventure.
will do.
Are we surprised?
Oh, we're still on book 5, Doorway to the Red Star.
Oh, we're still in book 5.
Whoops.
But
well.
Oops. Oh yes.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
It's
know.
all a dream. You guys are still on the ship.
Yippee!
It's
Whale
apologies,
shit.
stream. We are all a bunch of silly people because we didn't notice for how long now that the intro needs to be changed.
Just 2 weeks.
We just kind of roll that thing and let the cards fall where they may, and then 3 months later we're like, wait a minute, when's the last time we messed with the intro?
On the
We
plus
just talk-
side, I only have what 3
The
days
bottom it
now.
says
Before.
Chat, we just go here.
Oh boy.
You know, the fact is we know where we're at.
Correct.
No.
Maybe
Yeah.
not.
Anyway, when last we left our well, I had a thing I was calling you guys now. What
More
was it?
speakers.
No, not like I came up with sort of a team name, the best and the brightest, I think. I was calling
That's
when last we left the
cute.
best and the brightest, they had begun their investigation of the Protea Pavilion, which seems to be where Corriday, who seems to be the instigator of some strange goings on the campus, possibly related to the weird egg thing that's been kind of shadowing the entire campaign. First, you guys had to deal with some golems, which Charlotte. It was the time of Charlotte. Like she just used that acid vulnerability to her utmost ability. It was glorious.
Hey, you know,
Because
I do
usually,
what I can.
usually an adamantine golem would be a very scary thing. Um,
Easy peasy.
but after defeating that, you guys also had to contend with a very grumpy tree that
Wouldn't leave
really
us
didn't
alone.
have this. Yeah, it didn't have the stomach. It didn't care what you say. Something did turn up, so it had to leave.
Ha ha ha! You mean I
I
missed
thought it
all
was
the
an organic
giant
yawn,
puns?
but it was well timed.
Touche.
Um,
Che?
Okay.
Touche!
Touche? Is that what you're just
Remember, they're Americans, Matthew. French means nothing to them.
Touche.
Family touche!
No, touche is a different thing. You guys proceeded to inch slowly closer to the Protean Pavilion. I don't know why they stacked 3 encounters just barely like 5 feet apart from each other.
Just
With
Um,
the intent to murder.
Yeah.
I suppose it's
all
a way
that
of
is.
limiting the battlefield because, like, if you don't want to bleed encounters, don't move forward too much.
God, imagine someone pulling all 3 of those encounters, and then
That
just
would
be
have been
like,
a
okay,
little.
everyone spam AOE.
Damn you, tanks.
And when last we left, there was an encounter brewing with a strangely acting Okoro, who kind of stood up and seemed to point at you guys, directing some unseen creature at their disposal, which seemed to ruffle the bushes a little bit. And we're going to go right into rolling initiative again.
All right, Okoro, time to die.
Oh.
Die, Igor. We don't know what's
Yeah.
going on.
Here
We
we go.
just gotta. We have to knock them unconscious, at least.
Think death and destruction with you all the time, girl.
It's not. It's
Matthew, this is an important question. Are we playing by rules, or are we playing by will rules when it comes to knocking NPCs unconscious?
To be fair, this is almost like a player character, so they will have death saving throws and stuff. So if you knock them unconscious, there will potentially be at least 2 rounds before they're dead. And as Will's pointed out, he's happy with killing people and reviving them.
yeah.
Yeah, that'll teach them a lesson. Probably.
This is what happens
Yeah.
when you. This is what happens when you skip mental defense class and get brainwashed.
Yeah.
I have an
we
action
have
lined up,
one of
Will. I'm
those.
gonna laugh and laugh if I get to do it.
I have a
Oh,
feeling it's dominate.
shit.
No, it is not dominate.
Oh.
It is potentially more embarrassing.
Why are you
Oh.
sad about that, you little weirdo?
No.
Because I have countermeasures in
it's
place
not dominate, and you
because
went,
I have
"Aw."
counter pleasures in because I have countermeasures.
Pleasures?
Yes,
Clip that.
I have countermeasures in place for that spell on Igora, so I can deal with it. Oh, and now the internet's going.
Oh, all the time for the internet to go. No.
Oh, somebody clip that.
Oh, that's
Oh
not
Sorry.
my
right.
god.
Oh, bless your
Wow.
What
heart,
was so
Hold on.
Daisy.
what was so funny about that?
Don't worry about it.
It was more a Freudian slip than anything else, my friend.
Okay.
We'll tell you about it when you're older, kiddo.
I'm just McKenna. God, am I about to be driven to fucking drinking on stream?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Water, perhaps? You'll need to be hydrated.
All right. Hold on a sec.
Oh my god. Oh my
I
tongue.
love-
Oh
I
my
love
tongue.
you all so much, so very much.
Somehow I accidentally rolled initiative for the map.
Wow.
Oh my
I
god,
didn't
the
even
There we
know
go.
map.
that was possible.
Gonna-
The map is alive.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Tabletop Rolls. We're professionals.
We are not.
That's a funny joke. Tell another one.
I'm the map.
I'm the
There
man.
we go. All right. I think that's everyone.
I would
Alright.
I would love for us to be professionals at some point at this, but that would require me to get my life together.
Yes, but even watching some of the streams with the professionals, they done do stupid.
All right. I need to check the range on something.
Said, life isn't
120
fun
feet.
without
That should be
acting
fine.
Stupid.
Yeah.
If you can't, if as an adult in this day and
Don't have a
age, if you
reaction
can't
yet.
act like a child and be stupid, then, you know, what's the point of having to be a beneficial and
All right.
stable adult?
So, Unshadowed Okoro is going first. They are going to
What in the once upon a time Peter Pan?
they're going to point at Igara and say, Igara, I think you should really, join us. I think you'd be very hoppy. And
Okay,
they-
fuck it, I'm down. I love a good pun.
hideous
You-
laughter.
You do?
I love a good fucking pun. Oh, okay, so I have to get a natural 20 on this.
Oh,
He's
mm.
cooked.
So I'm just going
That
to listen.
sounded like something different. for a
I'm just
second.
going to roll a natural 20. I'm going to hero point that, and I'm just going to roll a natural 20. Not a
You didn't critically fail, though.
Failure?
Yeah,
You didn't critically fail, though. You're only slowed 1 and can't use reactions.
that's fine.
Laugh and laugh and laugh.
What does
For-
Igara's laugh sound like anyway?
Oh, it's only until they don't. It's only until they don't sustain it. That's fine.
And tonight's crown goes to Sarah.
It does.
Oh, come on.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Wait.
Yeah, wait, what? In
This
this
is me
group? Come
talking.
on. Yeah.
And then they are going to. They're just going to step back like 30 feet. And then we move on to Ophelia. So
Right.
there's this weird thorny elemental looking thing over in the bushes here. They don't have proper art for it.
Okay.
Let's see if there's a quick description. Nope.
Matthew,
Yes.
the range on that spell is 30 feet.
Hideous laughter?
Yes.
I looked it up. It's at 120.
It says 30 right here.
It says 30 right there.
Oh, right. Well, I'll move the other
you may
direction
have
then.
seen 5e's hideous laughter.
Yeah. 5e's hideous laughter is.
Hold on a second.
That's why I was like, wait a
Arguably
minute.
speaking, why
Oh,
only 30?
no, it's. I was looking at area where it says 120 feet and slightly grayed out. So hold on. All right, they were there. So as long as it's not. Oh, I might not be able to cast it then.
Sorry, Matt. I
Oh.
apologize for upending
No,
that
that's
fabulous
fine.
pun.
That's
I
fine.
just-
I'll just do.
I was just
bunch of-
looking at the logs.
I mean, he
Uh,
could move forward and cast it.
Yeah.
No, it's 70 feet. I would have had to move twice to get within range.
Hmm.
Well, if you could have just cast it on Gamma. You don't have to cast it on Igaro. We have the same defenses, so.
Actually, I'm going to do something else.
Huh. Sorry,
I'm
Zoe.
going to do black tentacles.
Ah, yucky.
Okay, so that'll be all
So-
3 actions.
Yes, it will. That's fine. I was kind of flailing with that last action anyway. And I'm going to place it. It is a 20-foot burst. I'm going to place it like right to the south of Igara. That should do it. So any creature, let's see, Fortitude DC of every creature. Make a spell attack roll. Okay, that's different, but I will try doing that. Can I just press spell attack roll?
You need a
No.
41 for me. And
D20.
a-
All right, so I'm catching what, 3 of you, not including
Yep.
Gamma. All right, Igara, 46.
Yeah, that'll just do it.
Avi Avi.
I am
44.
airborne. Does that matter?
It doesn't say. I don't think it says anything about you being on the ground.
Each
Well,
creature in the
because it's-
area.
Huh?
Each creature in the area, so I think the tentacles like reach up.
Sure. Okay.
And
Anyway, that
finally,
being said-
Charlotte, 49.
Like a Lowy, I like.
Mm-hmm.
Any creature that you succeed against is grabbed by a tentacle and takes 3d6 bludgeoning damage. Whenever a creature ends its turn in the area, the tentacles attempt to grab the creature if they haven't already, and they'll deal 1/6 bludgeoning damage to any creature already grabbed.
Take
Alright, how
10
much
points
is
of
The
that?
damage.
escape DC is 40.
I see.
Wait, how much damage did it do?
10.
It did just 10. I didn't roll particularly well for the initial damage.
Okay.
But that is going to be a hazard for at least a minute now, potentially. And then we move on to Ophelia. It is your turn, and Charlotte is up next.
All right. I rolled a 41 for a +1, +2, or +3.
So that'll be a +2.
A +2, everybody. You hear? A +2.
I'll put it on the map for you.
Ah, yeah. +2. And then we are going to cast a little bit of a sad time. If
But
you
not a
could
long
A
time.
sad
make
time.
me- If you could make me a will save, please.
Will save. Now, are you targeting the thing in the bushes or Okoro themselves?
Okoro.
That's what I kind of expected. Will save. 35.
Oh, that is
That's a
a
nat 2. I'm gonna use my villain point for that.
You getting that one?
No.
wow.
Nat 18.
That's fine.
Stop
That's-
trying to be a shot caller, Will.
You are just fine there. My DC is 39. So,
Critical
let's
success.
see. Let me make sure that that is
Thank you for the villain point, chat.
correct.
Yeah, thanks, chat.
This actually works out better too because
Mhm.
I can maybe make someone dance in the tentacles.
Ah, yucky. Okay, yeah, so that's her turn. Ophelia will start singing a song to inspire everybody. Then start crying. And now the song is just really sad. But she's still singing.
All right. Well, we move on then to Charlotte with the Thorn Guardian up next.
Woohoo! All right. Thorn Guardians. So hold on. So the one that is this one here, that's where the Thorn Guardian is?
Yes, it's in the bushes.
And it's just that there's no, it's him, it's it and Okoro, right?
Yes.
I'm not in a great spot. Is there a way to wiggle my way out of this? Can I, sorry, can I move? I don't think I can move, Chris Bright. I'm ensnared, yeah?
You can move if you can pass the escape DC.
Escape TC. Which would be
The escape DC is equal to my spell DC for Okoro, which is 40. I
Huh.
believe escape is was it a fort, Will, or
No, it's a athletics
Athletics,
or
right.
reflex.
Delightful. Not doing that. Well, I
keep
could
in
do
mind,
reflex.
you are only taking 1d6 damage at the end of your turn for staying in this.
Okay. I am going to. Oh. We just moved in from one encounter to another encounter, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, well, you
Oh
didn't
no,
have
it's not within range. Never
you
mind.
did not have a significant amount of time between the two.
No. Okay. So I'm going to. You know what? I think I'll just right now do 3 magic missiles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, +2.
That's
5. 7. 18.
In total?
in total.
Oh,
Because
yep.
I need some situations to change to
All right, so 18 damage.
do
in
what I
total.
need to do. So
All right,
we'll just do
solid
that for
hit. They go. The crawling ones will make you pay.
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
my fangs click.
See, brainwashed.
Thorn Guardian.
No kidding.
They are going to, I believe, just gonna run. They have a movement of.
Well, now I can't in good conscience mark them.
Oh. Okay, the Thorn Guardian just flies everywhere. Interesting. Does not have a move speed, it only has a fly speed. Where am I going? I'm going to be going
Got its little
1,
wingy
2,
wings.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's going to take all 3 actions just to get up to Gamma. We move on to Avi Avi, and Igora, you will be up next.
All right, let me make an attempt to get out of this. Reflex save?
Reflex or athletics or acrobatics.
So I can't use reflex?
It's not a save at this point, it's a check. So.
Okay.
You can also
well,
Misty Step,
Oh,
no,
and
I can't. I don't have Misty Step.
though. Oh, well.
Also,
Nope,
Misty
that's
Step
not-
isn't a thing in Pathfinder.
Dimension Doors, though. Charlotte, you take 3 damage, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Sure.
Tentacle slap.
How
To
kind.
hit a DC of 40, I think I would need like a 16 or higher. It's not great. But Dimension Door is a whole 2 actions. Sorry, all I was thinking that was going to be a reflex save, which would have been a little bit more manageable of a DC. Fuck it, I'm gonna give it a try anyway. Yay!
That'll do it.
19.
You can now move away from the horrible tentacles.
Is this a part of my movement, or is this now 2 actions?
Moving would now be an action.
This is part of that action.
Oh, escape is a move action as well?
Escape is its own move action, so unless you critically succeed, you don't get to move as part of the action. So it's 1 action to escape, 1 action to move.
I'm at least going to move up close enough so that I can actually hit the guy with something. There we go. and that's 2 actions as well. I guess then what I will do. I should have just done Dimension Door if that's what I was gonna do. Okay, well, can I do some sort of Arcana check to see what's going on with him? That
Sure.
shadow's looking real funky. 49.
49.
50 with Discern Secrets.
Let's see. You know what? That is a critical success. So I will tell you some regular mechanical fighty fight stuff, and I'll give you a hint about the actual like greater narrative thing. Important thing, just I'll tell you this: they do actually have resistance, despite just being sort of a dude. They have resistance 20 to acid, which
Oh,
is unusual too, because you're like, that's not normal.
sure.
And it might have something to do with them possessing what's called a vesicated shadow. Something has possibly played upon their psyche and possibly their nature by interacting in weird ways with their shadow.
Say that one more time.
Basically, something happened that played like something interacted with their shadow in a magical way that has sort of like corrupted or influenced their mind. You can tell by looking at your shadow, okay, that's weird. It's possible it's either a sign that something has happened to them, or the shadow itself was the vector in that allowed the influence to enter into them.
Interesting.
So you're, long story short, they are very obviously not operating into their right mind. They've got
Influencers, you say? That's right up my alley.
Well,
Yeah,
I
it's
know
fine.
exactly what I'm going to do on my next turn. Until then, I just say non-lethal, everyone.
Huh? Lethal?
Non-lethal. He's going through it, Ophelia. If everyone used lethal damage
I've
on
never
you every
seen
time
more
you were
clearly.
going through it, you'd
you're
we'd
up.
all be dead.
So, 3 actions. Summon that.
That doesn't look like non-lethal, Igora.
I'm just getting him off the battlefield. Then they're going to attempt an athletics check to grapple them.
Igora, that looks like it's gonna eat them.
Does a 46 beat their fortitude DC?
46 against their fort DC.
Yep.
Give me a second. Their fort is 40, so it doesn't critically beat it.
Okay, sweet. So I grab him. And then, yummy, yummy.
Oh god.
Bloop. Into the stomach of a worm where it doesn't have line of sight.
Okay.
Jesus.
Where now none of us have line of sight.
Yes, but I'm taking the caster out of the equation for us to deal with the guardian first.
Which actually may trigger
yeah.
some Thornton Guardian stuff.
Stupid.
I'm. How is that? How is?
No. It's the idea of being into the mouth of the worm personally gives me the ick. But as long as it doesn't digest him.
It does digest him a little bit, but it won't kill him. Like it's only 3d6 plus
It's
9
just a
damage.
mild
You know
acid
what?
bath.
Sure.
Worm can have a little bit of digestion as a treat.
Just a little.
It's just a
All
little.
right. I believe that was your whole turn.
Yeah. But they are
you're-
now inside of a worm, and they will take that listed damage.
1d6 to
Matthew.
Igora.
Igora. They'll take 17 damage though as part of that.
Yes,
Gamma.
and 2 damage to Gamma.
Does
AoE spells only affect one of us. We take the highest one, so whichever one is the highest
6
amount.
or
of
5
damage.
then.
So we
does
take 5.
Bard Song add to that 17 as well?
No. Because technically he wasn't on board for Bard Song, so he won't be affected by it till you sustain.
Just checking.
Oh no, it's the weird stack effect.
Do the tentacles exist still?
Tentacles are actually essentially invulnerable. They constantly regenerate, actually.
Ah.
The tentacles last for a minute until the caster cancels it.
I thought that was smart.
It is smart. Just let me double check.
Just to get the spellcaster off the field.
Okay, we go to Endures in Darkness, who does not like these tentacles. So he's going to use 2 movement actions to get way over here, just so he's a little closer to everything that's going on.
That's in the tentacles.
Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I can't see the squares. I'm zoomed out so far. He's going to give guidance to Gamma. Then we move back to Unshadowed. So this is going to be interesting.
He's currently swallowed whole.
Yes.
He is holding his breath.
Yes.
If he uses a spell, he will start to drown.
All right, I'm going to use Observe Weakness.
He is also slowed 1.
Back up. I'll advantage my blade attack. Let's see. All right, so from the inside, I'm a fist him. So all right, so 45 or
Why would you say it like that?
Yucky.
45 to hit the worm.
45 is a crit, so that'll deal 26 points of bludgeoning damage, which is enough to reach the rupture.
Yeah, it's 24.
Let me just make sure there's no other rules that we're missing here. Oh, it's piercing or slashing damage. So, okay, I'm fine. He's still swallowed.
Only piercing or slashing damage?
If we read it, if the monster takes piercing or slashing damage equal to or exceeding the listed rupture value from a single attack or spell, the swallowed creature cuts itself free.
Wow.
Hold on a sec.
That
Where is
sucks
that part
for
of
a
it?
lot of people.
I'm highlighting it on stream right now. But it is the swallowed creature is grabbed, is slowed 1, and has to hold its breath to start suffocating. The swallowed creature takes the listed amount of damage when first swallowed, and at the end of each of its turns, while it's swallowed, the victim escapes this ability's grabbed condition. If it exits through the monster's mouth, this frees any creature captured in the monster's mouth or jaws. A swallowed creature can attack the monster that has swallowed it, but only unarmed attacks or weapons of light bulk or less. The swallowing creature is off guard against the attack. If the monster takes piercing or slashing damage equaling or exceeding listed rupture value from a single attack or spell, the swallowed creature cuts itself free.
So you really do have to use like a small knife or something then.
Yeah.
Huh?
So I will take that 26 points of bludgeoning damage, and I will keep the spellcaster inside the stomach.
Dying.
Pause.
Also, Matt,
Yes.
suffocation rules.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Safe words.
Banana, banana, banana.
Hamster?
That's not a good safe word. It's too close.
What about
arugula.
There you go. That one's better.
I like
Okay, so they
arugula.
can hold
Arugula-
their breath a number of rounds equal to 5 plus their con mod.
Wait, that's actually really good because arugula is spicy.
They reduce the remaining amount of air by 1 at the end of each of their turns, or by 2 if you attacked or cast any spells that turn.
So how many rounds? It was 5 times con? Or
5
2?
plus con.
Okay, so I've got 8, now 7.
Now 6 because you attacked.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh. Does it matter that they attack twice?
Oh,
No,
never
you
mind. I
only
can
Observe
can get
weakness is that.
let me just double check. Yeah, I can get out of this instantly next turn. All right, moving on to
You can certainly
Ophelia.
try.
No,
Oh, no!
Well, it's a non-failure state. I can do it instantly.
You can certainly try.
Uh-oh.
Well, don't test me.
Fighting again.
Please.
Mom and Dad are fighting again.
Oh, it's not fighting. Will doesn't have an opportunity to win. This is
If it's dim door, it has to be level 5 or higher to not have sightline.
It's not dim door.
Oh, well, we'll find
Alright,
out.
we
It's a
got-
spell without a save.
happening?
Ooh, we got Bard Song.
Will's trying to figure it out. Maybe I made it up though.
I am.
Just to
I
torture
mean,
him.
I
I'm curious
It's your
now.
turn.
I
will cost me some breath, but
It'll cost you all your breath once you
You
cast the
know
spell with
what?
verbal.
Ophelia, listen, she's just gonna keep crying.
I mean that is a choice.
Oh, no, they're not actually in range. She will actually, let's see. Where's she gonna move to? Can I climb over that statue to get like around into some bushes?
You can totally yeah, you can run. You can run away.
You can run away.
The only problem being if you were going south, you might have a little bit of trouble going because there's this like wooden pillar here. Unless you want to jump up or crawl up onto that, you can't quite squeeze by it without touching a square the tentacles are on, and then you'd have to possibly get yanked.
I'll go here. And I am going to keep Bard Song up, and I am going to bespell my weapon so that it is a magical attack, and I'm going to shoot the plant with a
Okay.
39.
Ooh, a 39. That will hit. That will exactly hit its AC.
Ooh, 15 points of sonic damage, please.
That works. Sonic damage all goes through.
Yippee! And that's my turn. I moved. I Bard Song up, and
Charlotte, you are standing like knee deep in tentacles, mildly annoyed by them, but you're still, have your full turn.
McKenna, what is that?
Couldn't hear any of that.
What is that?
I'll message you. I'm testing perfume samples, but I don't want to interrupt Sarah's turn by gushing about it.
31. That will miss, but not critically, so it's still going to take the splashing damage.
Splashing. The splashing damage.
The splashing. The
Or
slip
in
and
this
slide
case, the
damage.
splashed, because it's acid.
Touche.
Splash, so
And-
splashed.
Unlike its master, it has no resistances or immunities to acid, so that 10 damage is going to go all through, which well, no, splash damage, so the Bard Song doesn't affect that, but still, all goes through.
No, that's very nice. I'm running out of. I'm doing another great air acid.
Oh, that's
No,
definitely gonna hit.
no, ignore that one. Sorry,
Oh.
sorry.
Well, we can just minus the 5 from it.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Could
gonna
you
take-
actually?
Yes, yes.
Because that other one was bad.
That will be a hit, so that'll be a total of that one actually gets the Bard Song, so that becomes an 8, so a total of 18 damage.
Yeah,
Nice.
and
bad at all.
Resistant, persistent. So, at the, I guess not the start of its turn, but the next round, it'll have to save for persistent.
And that is actually right now. So I
Yep.
we'll take the 3d6 damage now and then check. Do you want to roll it or do you want me to roll it?
I'll roll
All right, I'll get
just
ready.
for fun's sake.
I'll get ready to roll my flat check. Ooh, okay.
Nice.
Average evs out.
Nice little 10.
And does not get that 15. So
Nope. So stays.
yep. So that's gonna take another. Does Bard Song work on persistent? No.
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 Wouldn't
just the
it be
initial.
cool if it
If
did?
it did, wouldn't it though?
All right, and then the Thorn Guardian is just gonna wail on Gamma 3 times because it's a very simple creature.
Oh, he's crying too.
36.
Let me actually check. I don't know Gamma's AC off the top of my head anymore. Misses.
Okay.
Ooh.
Second
Delightful.
attack, 41. That one will
Hits,
probably
does
hit.
not crit.
All right, 20 slashing and crit fish with the third. Nope.
Critical fail.
All right, so I appreciate an easy turn. Avi, you're up next. As you see the worm undulating.
I'll get to that in a minute. All right. I guess I will just maybe perhaps electric arc the tree. He looks electrical.
Oh, people keep calling it tree. I keep getting confused because of the last encounter.
What would happen? Weird
Uh,
question. What would happen if Avi were to send away the worm?
Success, but not critically.
Would it have to fail the effects, or would
Anything that is native to this plane inside the worm would stay here, and
Yeah.
the worm would disappear.
gotcha.
Oh, little tree guy takes 16 electric damage. Does it all go through?
Yep. Pretty sure it has nothing against electrical. It has a lot of things because it is what you guys are realizing now. I'm just gonna give you this one for free. It is a construct, so there's a lot of mind stuff and conditions that it's immune to, but it doesn't actually have any immunities to just damage. It can't be critted.
Well, I got a free action, so let me roll a little Arcana on it, or whatever knowledge check of your choice.
This would be Arcana because it's a construct.
Sure. Yeesh.
33.
34.
That's
which
good
is
enough,
36.
actually. I'll just tell
You're
you all its
generous, God.
I will tell you its immunities. Critical hits, death effects, disease, doomed, drained, fatigued,
Ooh.
grabbed, healing, mental,
What?
necromancy, non-lethal attacks,
are you
paralyzed,
here?
poison, precision, prone, sickened, unconscious.
Ooh,
Matt, that
That's
was
a-
a lovely
that's a-
bit of music.
that was a good song. I didn't like it, but that was a good song.
I mean, to be fair, there's like, other than mental, there's no damage in there. It can't be critted, but
Mm.
it's not immune to fire, it's not immune to sonic, piercing, slashing, anything like that. So you just have to beat it down. You can't like debilitate it. I think that's Avi's turn. We move on to Igra and his worm party.
Free action.
Worm party.
The worm gets 2 actions.
Yes.
It's a
The worm is going to use their
worm
burrow
party.
speed of 40 feet
Worm.
to go 80 feet into the ground.
Hi.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
You know, Will, actually, I'm very happy that you've done this.
I know.
Oh no.
I
Because
listen.
now I can
I can't
prepare for
believe
this
you've
for
done
the
this.
golden ending and make sure this can't happen.
But
Oh!
you know,
Actually, I don't need to. The harder of the last encounters already is essentially immune to this.
you know, some people would say, "Will, that's a really smart
It
thing
is.
that you're
I'm-
doing here."
I'm rewarding you by making it harder.
I'm rewarding you by being mad. How dare you?
I'm not mad at all. I have no connection to this NPC.
Just 80 feet down. Like we'll say 40 feet down, 20 feet to the left, and then 20 feet down. Just so that there's like a little L shape. Actually, you know what? 40 feet down, 10 feet to the left, 30 feet down. Just so it's really hard for him to get out. And then I still have all 3 of my actions. Gamma is just going to belly bump the thing across from it to death. Or try to.
To death.
Okay.
These are all with a +2 because of Ophelia.
Yippee.
So 48, 49.
That
crit?
will hit but not crit. Its AC, I believe, is 39.
49.
So 49. It's a +2.
Oh, so
right?
with Bard Song it will?
Yes,
It
with
can't be
Bard Song.
critted.
Oh, is this a construct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so it'll take, because I have construct bane runes, additional
Yes.
2 damage. So it'll take 26 points of sonic damage from the first strike.
Nice.
Second strike. I said second strike. Oh, my internet's going down.
Both. No, give it back.
So second strike is a 32,
Oh, what the hell? No.
Oh my god, what just happened?
and then
I'm
a
not sure.
32 and a 25. My internet went down for a second.
No, those won't hit.
Okay, cool. And then that's my turn.
All right, Endures in Darkness is a little confused by everything that's happening right now. Like, was that worm a good thing or not?
I
So I don't
figured
think he never saw the worm during the fight on the ship because he was way out in the antechamber. He heard things, but he didn't see the worm. So
yeah, it's my
I'm
worm
going to,
endures.
I'm going to assume that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Nothing's a good thing, Endure.
All right, I feel like I need to go be an emotional support fungus, but we're gonna worry about that later.
Don't think emotional support is what Ophelia.
Therapy.
That might just make it worse.
Why can I just picture that in a couple of years when he finally makes
39.
full teacher status, Endures becomes the school counselor, and you just walk into a room with like all these kinds of earthen like dirts and plants and stuff, and you just become one with nature and talk about your problems to this mushroom man. Wow.
Let's
Wouldn't
have a
that be
sit
nice?
in the dirt, shall we?
Let's have a sit in the dirt.
Oh, and you'll be happy to know, Will, I was wrong. I
Oh.
can get rid of the worm, but because of the rules of suffocation, I would instantly go unconscious,
Yeah.
which is
Oh.
stupid, and I'm
Oh,
probably
it's
going
great.
I'm going to amend that.
Oh. Uh-oh.
I mean, that's technically rules as written, Matthew.
I know, and I don't care for it.
That's fair.
Also, here's a dumb thing. The
Mhm.
spell Telepathic Demand is a
Mhm.
verbal spell.
Yeah.
There are too many verbal spells.
Too many verbal
I, as a
spells.
bard, agree.
Well, no, bards, it makes sense for certain things, but
Yeah, but what if I want to cast with my body doing a dance? You know?
I mean, that's a conversation to be having.
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah.
He's a little guy. He's just a little guy. It's his birthday.
Oh, it's his birthday?
No.
Oh.
We don't know when his
Yeah,
birthday
he's-
is because he's a dumpster baby.
Doesn't have much going on, so it's
Birthday
just gonna keep
His
doing the
birthday
thing.
is whenever
Yeah.
you want it to be. Did you pick a day?
Uh,
He can
You know,
have his gotcha days.
eventually.
oh, hold on a sec.
Yeah.
It's a gotcha day.
Gotcha. I gotcha.
Actually,
So-
technically, he got you because he just
I'm going
went
to
into your
allow
car.
this next thing,
Mhm.
because I can, because I'm the DM,
Yeah.
and
And he
and
said-
because inside this worm,
As I said
where
so.
there are not really any light sources, there's a
Mhm.
lot of shadow.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to use Rupture Shadow, which is an ability and doesn't have the verbal component. So the let's see, DC will save.
Let me read this thing.
He's got to
The two-
contemplate.
The two
one
of you
second.
are locked in a battle of wits, and I'm over here
It-
like,
it's
haha,
not-
plus two.
It's fine. It's acid damage. I don't. Oh, no, it's from the
is it-
spell too.
Is it fine, Will?
No,
is
it's a
it
spell
fine?
too because this could technically break him out. Is there a way I can get around this?
To be fair, Will, I'm 80 feet down a straight hole. Even if
Yeah.
I get out, it's gonna be a bit.
Yeah, I
Actually,
know.
a curved hole.
It is a curve hole. It's 40, 10, 30, as I said.
Like
Hey, Doris, do you know create water?
That's dark. Jeez.
In dirt, I will give you an A. So.
We're trying to.
You know, technically speaking, if he just stays in the worm, he'll go unconscious.
This
Where was that
is-
nat 20 you needed that earlier today?
It does nothing.
Yeah, that's
Wow,
unfortunate. Well, that was my turn.
So they lose
Oh,
one. They
man.
lose
Yeah.
1 round of oxygen, and because they're still inside of it, they will take the swallow hole damage again. So that's another
Okay.
What,
16
17?
points.
Oh boy,
That
this is
was
gonna take a
17.
while.
Oh, it's different.
Well, where did you move them?
I didn't move them.
Why can't I click
I think
on
you
them
I don't
deleted
know.
them when you were deleting the two.
Oh, boy.
I think you moved them under the map.
Oh my god, whoa.
Oh,
the
the
map,
map.
is two?
Why is
Yeah.
there? Okay.
The map is two.
You moved them
Do
under
you-
the map when you were doing stuff.
Is
That's-
that often you guys do that on stream?
No.
No.
Anyway,
Why is this
moving
map
on,
cool?
Ophelia. I don't know,
That's
something weird
cool.
happened to the map when I accidentally put it on the initiative tracker. So
Okay.
Uh-huh.
if you can click on it, put it back on the map layer, please.
I will do that. It's there. It's
That
back on
was
the map
pretty-
layer.
That was trippy for me to see. That's
Ophelia,
pretty
Charlotte,
cool.
you'll be up next.
That's pretty cool though.
Y'all.
I'm gonna keep Bard Song up. I am going to boost Gamma's AC. And then I'm gonna cry into the hole and make a lot of water. No, just kidding.
Oh, I see. You've gone full
Um,
blue diamond on us.
Oh wait, what happened to the tentacles?
No, that'd be cool with the Ghibli tears and all.
They're still there.
Oh, I can't see them.
Oh, I love Ghibli tears.
This will be so you
It's
have
so
a plus
satisfying to watch.
+2 Gamma against the thorn thingamababa.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot him.
Also, I
Shooty,
guess
shoot.
we didn't do this for last turn. Charlotte, 2
Don't think
tentacle
that
damage.
hits. 36
Oh,
Thank
and
you.
for
Instead of 39.
Gamma and Igra,
does not count.
4 tentacle damage.
None
to-
of the tentacle damage goes to Rongama
Oh,
because he has
I'm gonna
physical
use
resistance, but I take
my-
one.
Bonus
Is it
action.
physical damage?
Yeah. It's bludgeoning.
Oh, that's true.
A 49. Is that good enough for a +3?
Yes, that is
Yep.
one more than you needed. You needed a
Yippee.
48 for a critical success.
Okie dokie. So on my turn, I boost Gamma's AC against that guy by 2, and now we're at a +3. And that's my
Nice.
turn.
I need a
Charlotte, you're up.
diagram of my plans.
I am. I'd like to get rid of these freaking tentacles. I mean, well, I can't, honestly. I just need to take care of this Thorn Guardian. It
It's so thorny.
is so thorny, and I hate that I'm stuck in it, and it's really freaking annoying. So I'm gonna cast a lightning bolt.
Oh.
Sarah, I adore
Oh.
you.
Wow, 3
With a
12s.
not a 312 and
Damn.
a nat 20.
That's near max damage almost.
Yee.
Sarah pulling out the big numbers when we need it the
Let's-
most.
Now, hopefully, I won't crit a
Yeah.
reflex save.
Plus
Please don't.
Bard
I
Song.
absolutely do not. That's
Yep.
going to be a nice 39 electricity damage.
Is that
Yes, thank you.
Plus 5 sound.
You know, I'll just do the minus 39 and then also minus 3. It's just
Yep.
be easier.
Hiya.
Yeah, it is like around half health, I think. You have an action left? Or did you craft?
So few reagents left. I can't craft anymore. I need to gather.
Okay. Do you want to like do a Hail Mary and try and escape from the tentacles with an athletics or acrobatics?
We can certainly try. Watch this, everybody. This will be funny.
All right, never mind. You take 2 more bludgeoning damage as it like
What
one of the
about
tentacles tries to
acrobatics?
kneecap you on one of your many limbs. Thorn Guardian just gonna
Flat check.
wail on Gamma again.
Flat check. Flat check.
remember his AC is +2.
Flat check.
Right, Aroni.
Do you get hit by get acid? Acid.
Oh,
41.
acid.
Hits does not
thank you.
crit.
Let's see if I get out. I don't. So another 3d6, please.
8.
Thank you.
8 acid. There you go.
And
All right,
acid,
now you may
great.
continue.
41 to hit Gamma for 26 slashing.
Okay.
Second attack. See,
You're
that's
looking-
funny because the Thorn Guardian would have an easier time getting out because they do slashing damage.
Yes. You're,
Oh my
you're
God,
looking for a
yeah.
37, by the way, Matt, just to save us some time.
Okay, there we go.
37.
Moving on. Yeah, this is at this point the caster has been removed.
Does that mean that the AC thing already worked? Yippee!
Avi, and then Igro's Menagerie.
I'm
And
just
fade
gonna do
down
the
to
same thing I did
40.
last time.
On Dragon Ball Z.
Wild ambition.
Quang.
Could roll me a little reflex save. That'd be great.
Another reflex save. I mean, can I?
How spry could a tree
No,
be?
you can't. He
Ooh.
takes 33 electricity.
34, I believe now.
Yippee!
34?
Yep, because it's
Oh,
a
are we up
plus
to
3
three?
Bard song. It got upgraded.
Yippee!
Ophelia found a bass player. Boom.
Yeah.
That was 2 actions. You have an action.
I unfortunately don't have anything good to use it on.
You know what you could do? You could
Hey,
turn that impressive mind of yours, like just as an intellectual pursuit, how to defeat a giant worm.
Why
Speaking of a giant worm, Igra.
So
Teddy.
free action, maintain the spell. The worm does 2 move actions. It goes 10 feet down and then 70 feet to the left. So now it's 80 feet under us with a 70-foot line.
Oh my god.
I have a diagram that I'm keeping track of this on.
I present
I-
to you this fucking thing.
Wormdictive. This is a new category. This is a new vocab that I'm
What's wrong,
introducing.
Matthew? There is
It's
method to
vindictive
this.
worm.
There is a method to my madness for this.
Remind me, if you
I
go
hope- I do hope
unconscious,
so.
is there any way for you to become not unconscious on your own? Like even if you pass all your saves?
No,
Nat 20.
not even a nat 20 does it.
Really?
Yeah, that's a house.
big
That's
twist.
like a
You
house
pick a
rule
post.
that we have never used before. But if we want to use it, we can.
Because the thing does exist that I could get rid of the worm, but it would leave me unconscious like several dozens of feet underground, which
Yeah.
doesn't help. It doesn't even help you guys because how would you get
not
down
preferable.
there to actually do anything about it?
Spider climb
Right.
with ride Gama with his fly speed down.
I
We
do
flush
think
him
that is
out
fine.
with
Oh,
water.
it is actually that is a big hole, isn't it? Yeah,
It's a big hole. Yeah,
it's
it's a big hole. I
too
didn't.
can spider
It's not.
climb.
It's not something entirely like I listen.
Get your claws in.
I'm happy I got to do this once, Matthew, and I doubt I will have an opportunity to do it again.
Oh, you'll have opportunities to try.
Okay, well, Gama's just going to do 3 striking belly bumps against the thing in front of it. 1 for the money, a 37,
That will not. That will hit.
natural
But it
20.
can't be crit.
No,
Can't be
taking
Yeah,
critted.
so that'll be 26 points of sonic damage because of the construct pain room.
26.
Your feet stink.
Just 26?
Yeah.
Yep.
Gama doesn't deal a lot of DPS. I'm very much utility. That's my turn.
Okay.
Wow.
There is
There is
not
a darkness.
thought behind those eyes, is there?
He is also going to try and do a you know what? They're getting a little sick of this. They're going to spend another focus point. They can rest after this and get one back on a stone.
Oh,
So it should be a
hold
song will hit. Sorry.
1 second, Matthew. You froze up. Can you repeat that?
Ba-ba-ba-ba-dum.
You're good.
The spell attack roll is incorrect. It should be 9 plus 29, which will become a 38 plus Bard Song, which will become then I believe like a 42.
Mhm.
So that will hit. So that will do 55 piercing damage with the stone lance as he creates a little drill in the air out of like levitating rocks and earth and then launches it at the thing. So that's going to be a lovely 55, actually 58 piercing because of Bard Song. Goes down into the single digits. I really don't care about this thorn thing. It's getting annoying. Durs in Darkness is just going to not use his last action. Now, I have one.
Are you searching for it?
Oh no.
I don't know if you can find it. I'm fairly certain
Hmm.
Butch has it right
So
now.
Matt, unless it
Yeah.
says otherwise, apparently Burrow's speed does close up afterwards. So if he murks the worm under there, he does just entomb himself.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, finally a spell
Are we
that's
done
not
now?
verbal.
Boop.
Oh, no. For some reason, it's just the cast is in a different spot. It is somatic and verbal. God, every spell doesn't need to be cast that way. Bu- 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 bu-
I
Oh,
be that's just look. I truly believe here that ver many things. It can mean verbal sense of
Well,
utilizing ASL, maybe.
I'm just
That's
gonna
verbal.
That is
observe
actually a
weakness
thing
and punch.
in PF2 now.
Nice. Very cool.
nice.
So the better one is only a 35.
Oddly enough, the 35 hits.
Yeah, 17 bludgeoning, one less breath. All right, moving on. Ophelia,
Yes.
it is
Can
your
I
turn.
help you?
I hope so. Kill you.
She's gonna keep crying. And then she's gonna punt Igora into the sun.
See, Will, that response is how
Oh,
killing an NPC.
Ooh.
did he just call Igora an NPC?
I said, I used as killing an NPC. We're not the same.
You're freezing
I'm
up
saying
on
it's
me,
the same
Matthew.
reaction.
I apologize, y'all. My
That's
net's
fine.
been weird. Like the stream hasn't been affected. It's just been
yeah.
like y'all coming in.
Oh, that's fine.
It is your turn, Ophelia.
We're
Charlotte,
just
you'll be
happy
up
to play.
next.
Thorn monster.
Yes.
Get hit.
That will definitely hit.
47.
So that will be
14.
14. We're getting there.
Get hit.
That will hit me another
20.
20.
That's my turn.
I like
I'm
to think your
chipping.
arrows are like vibrating with your music so they do even more damage, like they dig in slightly.
Yeah.
Charlotte, you're up. The Thorn Guardian is looking pretty rough.
Well, since I'm not getting out of this particular weird mess, we're just gonna. Oh, what do I have left in hand?
Someone might be
not
able
as
to pull you
great.
out after combat is done. Gamma could probably.
Maybe. I do have one of these left, so I could try and do some extra damage.
Oh my.
9,
That,
51.
in fact, would be a crit if it could be critted. Ugh,
No, be a crit
I
if it
feel
could
bad.
be critted.
But
Yeah,
still,
no.
it's going to take that lovely 19 acid damage. Ooh, it is looking really hurt. It is looking single digits hurt.
The 19, the
Alright.
acid.
Hell, the
It would be
persistent
really
might
great.
kill it.
Yeah, if persistence, or
You got 2 actions left.
I do have 2 actions left. I could do another.
Could they do again? A cantrip, could they do? Oh, that might be
reflex save,
sufficient.
please.
Yeah, all right. Like a
I did
tree
it.
being hit by a lightning bolt, the Thorn Guardian snap crackle pops.
Yay!
All right,
Also-
I'm just going to probably say this because there is no, like, I've checked every spell that a Koro has is verbal component, even the ones that make no sense for them to be verbal. But I am gonna say this.
Mhm.
How far are they from the surface? Well,
They are 80 feet from the surface.
okay, so
they are within a turn of the worm just moving up. So basically,
okay,
the plan
you were
is
thinking of that. Good.
Yes, I made a diagram. And specifically,
A
not only
diagram.
are they 80 feet in the surface, but they are now also in a point where when they come up and the worm deposits them, they will be outside of the part of their spell, but within Gamma's reach.
But they'll be
Like,
unconscious, so what's
outside of the tentacles, but within Gamma's reach.
Okay.
Just in case.
So that
Ready?
happens.
Because I have something that I want to try.
Yeah, here, I'll get him up once they're unconscious. Waits for 2 more rounds.
Yeah, they're gonna be unconscious.
And then Worm deposits them.
Yeah, the worm still had like triple digits of health, so
Yes, 227 hit points still, actually.
So what I've been wanting to do since the beginning of this fucking fight that I haven't been able to do. I'm so sad.
I'm sorry.
No.
I want to use this one focus spell that I've never really had a reason to use before, which is Malicious Shadow. And if something is controlling the shadow that I'm trying to control, I get to counteract it, which is hyper specific.
you know what? The AP doesn't really account for anyone actually trying to do anything to them, but because you have come up with a very inventive way of doing this, I'm going to reward you where their shadow seems to like solidify, well, not solidify, but normalize, and they seem to like lose the harshness of their visage, their like face and everything. They look normal now, but they are still probably out. They probably have gone through a great deal of spiritual and mental amongst the people, everything, you do find some looks like actually that's stuff behind it. Like,
Like,
Sorry, chat.
what that?
Huh?
Well,
What?
What's
Y-
going
y'all
on, Mom?
completely frozen with Robot there.
Oh.
I apologize, chat. I will be calling my internet support after the stream and yelling at them again.
Well, don't yell at the support guys. It's not.
I'm
their
not. I
fault.
don't actually
Well-
yell at them.
Okay.
Hot take, if they're not being helpful and they could be being helpful, then maybe they deserve
ooh.
You find a lovely diamond-studded necklace worth 2,000 gold pieces, and this possibly more interesting, you guys find a dispelling silver talisman.
Ready.
When you activate the dispelling silver, it attempts to counteract a single spell active on the target with the effect of an 8th level dispel magic. Spell counteract modifier plus 29.
Nice.
If you activate the talisman on a successful dispelling slice, the talisman attempts to counteract all spells active on the target. Yeah.
All right. Well, things we can use on the head of the Rain Scrap faction.
All right. All right. So.
I'm a little I understand that we're in kind of a
Actually, Endures in Darkness not only wants to potentially heal people, but he also would like to take at least a short rest so he can get a focus point back.
Well, I mean, with the new rules, Charlotte, every 10 minutes you get a versatile vial back. So if we spend an hour, you get 6 things back.
That's delightful. Hello.
Is that okay?
This is how alchemists
That's
make
fine.
potions. They juggle a cat.
Do we want to just say we spend an hour getting everyone up to full hit points and
That would be nice.
Letting
I'm
Charlotte-
definitely
Yeah.
Can we also heal Okoro and see if that does any good?
yeah, I
They
can
seem
wake
a lot
Okoro up.
better thanks to your meddling with their shadow sort of thing, and you can heal them. But they are in sort of a magical coma. There is no dialogue option here.
Yeah, it
Imagine.
might as well be a crystal cat.
Ouch.
too soon.
Too
Too
soon.
soon.
What's the
Soon.
fucking problem, Igora?
All right. This is what we're
Too
spending the
soon.
rest of the episode on.
Yeah, fight.
You got something you want to say?
I just thought it'd be a funny goof.
I like the
Funny,
image
it's
too.
funny to you. It's funny to you?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure.
Like
oh,
this is
God, I almost
happening in
called. I almost
Charlotte's.
called your cat in the game Pepper.
Funny, that's sad.
It's like, oh, I'm sure.
Funny to you. To
I'm sure
have
they'll be fine.
Your animal companions be in danger, but it's not funny to me.
I'm sure they'll be fine.
I just picture this conversation is happening, and I always look at things as like in the scope of what would it look like on a camera footage. Is this argument is happening in the background? You see Charlotte just reaching down and putting stuff into her bag from like the forest, like this herb will do, this will do, this will
And
do.
Charlotte brings you a handful of leaves.
Charlotte
Thank
had been
you. It's just like,
secretly. Charlotte has been secretly planting reagents all over the Magombian campus.
oh, absolutely.
Hell, the campus probably would have helped her.
Yeah.
The garden would have been like, oh,
all
sure.
of a sudden Charlotte, they're like, oh, Charlotte, are you gonna make everything? Charlotte goes, no, walks over to the statue, goes boom, 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 and a slot opens with a bunch of vials in it.
Be prepared
dumps
for
them in.
anything.
Yeah.
This is who you're laughing at when you're laughing at agate being turned into crystal. This is who you're laughing
Also,
at.
I was going to say, rather than pepper being crystal, closer to salt, honestly. You break it.
So
It's pepper and salt.
Salt and pepper.
Listen, I adore
Also-
Pepper. Pepper is a
also-
wonderful cat. Pepper is the cat that has made me like cats.
I appreciate those little collars, by the way. If anybody needs any for your pets, I can send you the link for them. They're super great. They're wonderful. They are washable. But the funniest thing is when you pick them up by their little arms, the thing squishes with their face, so their little faces go boop, and it's the cutest thing in the world.
Pepper, we're gonna do the dumpling dance. Dumpling dance. She doesn't quite wiggle the same way as Kachi.
No, she's a little rotund. It's more of a just a smidgen. Anyway, how many hit points do we get back for this hour rest?
You get back
between,
up the bowl.
Yeah, between Endures and
delightful.
Darkness and Igora, you got excellent care.
Quite. All right then.
Just imagine Endure a little mushroom person in a candy striper.
Oh my god, so cute. So
Oh,
cute.
He's a little peppermint mushroom.
Oh,
Oh, Igora,
I'm
You're
getting Adventure
next.
Time flashbacks.
you're next. You're also gonna get a cute
Peppermint
new
butler.
outfit.
Listen, I will gladly wear a nurse's outfit.
A peppermint.
no shame.
No shame.
Apropos of nothing.
After all, nothing.
No
I'll
one's
just do
asking
it.
you to do that, Igor. It's okay.
Y'all,
I mean,
listen,
I'm-
the three of you can put me in whatever you want. I really do not care about what I dress in. So, y'all are good.
You guys approach the courtyard. This courtyard contains a wide fountain with a statue of a wistful fairy at its center. Hedges of thorns, cultivated into neat rows, line the east and west sides of the fountain, beyond which is the Protea Pavilion. The yellow limestone seems to eat the ambient light, and the domed glass roof looms over the courtyard like a dull eye, though for the moment, it's still got that weird blurry shadow thing on, because I don't think you guys have actually burned the flowers yet.
No,
Nope.
we were going to burn the flowers once we actually got up to Pavilion, which I'd say we are now.
Yeah. That's
Position
fine.
yourselves around the stairway.
All right.
Is it this stairway that we're on right now, or is it the one that's
The one that closer to the actual building.
gotcha?
Oh, that pavilion. I didn't.
Yes. It is
Go out wide
two-story.
enough.
There are there's actually like 3 rooms upstairs.
Look at all the
E-
birds in the fountain. Aren't they just so cute? Look at how
I
happy
know. I
they
was just
are.
thinking,
I'm
Igra,
sorry,
look at all
Mika.
that nice little pond you can rest in.
I'm good. I'm not really a
Also-
pond frog.
Ophelia, are you okay?
What?
You've been crying like all day.
That's normal.
It's not.
Not
normal.
really.
Maybe for this Ophelia today it is.
She
Oh,
like looks
okay,
down at the
so-
floor. She's like, "Is that not normal?"
Listen, I think I've figured Ophelia out at this point, y'all.
Have you?
Yeah, I think I
let
think
her
I figured
have-
it out.
You know,
Would you like to
emotions.
share with the
No,
class, Igor?
no.
Because
Yes,
it's very
Ophelia.
complicated being a woman.
Yes,
And I don't
Ophelia,
think you
emotions
understand.
are important.
this is my
You
running
must be with them.
this is my running theory. There are several distinct Ophelia personalities, and each given day right now, since like we've had the disruption of the magical teleportation of the doorway to Red Star, one of those personalities takes like a precedent over the others.
Thoughts
That's
on that,
actually-
Ophelia?
That's pretty. That sounds right. Probably. And then she starts just crying.
Endurance
Charlotte-
and Darkness is like, should
Charlotte
we?
pulls out a hanky, hands it over, and does
Because
a there
we've
pat
had
with one
we've
arm.
had sad Ophelia, we've had aloof Ophelia, we've had slightly vengeful Ophelia, we've had sassy Ophelia, which I know is just baseline Ophelia, but still Ophelia. Like we're working our way through like a list. There may be like maybe if it like goes through enough and like repeats, it might be some sort of cycle. Although I know that means something completely different for all of you than it does for me. But
Did you just imply that Ophelia's overhearing?
I'm
We
not
just
getting
kinda-
involved in
No.
this.
I mean,
it's like an
Anadi
emotional
kind of-
cycle.
Anadi kind of go through a stage of
Yeah.
mild molting and hibernation when it gets really, really cold out. But I mean,
Ew, that's so cool. That's lore accurate.
I
That's
would
cool.
prefer that actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Over
well, I just
there.
imagine. I'm actually, honestly, I have no idea. I'm just basing it off of tarantulas. So
I technically burrow into the ground when it gets cold. Why that worm is really helpful. It makes for some like really deep holes.
anyway, door
Door.
thing.
Endurance and
burn
Darkness,
flower.
like, Avi, what do you do when it's
Or-
cold?
I wear a jacket and use a blanket when I sleep. I just want to make sure that Ophelia is good to go because
I feel like this is something we should take care of first.
Avi, how does a blanket fit on you the way you sleep? Is it like a snuggie situation?
How do you wear pants?
Like
how do I wear pants?
She just starts sobbing.
You're a little Nictera. How do you wear pants?
I have little pantaloons. It's sort of a relatively wide waistband compared to the length of
So
the
now
leg.
I'm also now picturing adorable little
You wear them
suspenders.
like that.
hey,
It's
am I the
pants
only
over
one
the
who doesn't
wings.
wear pants?
Yes, we've been
Yes.
trying
Oh,
to work
cool.
up the courage to say something to you about it. Even though it's a little
The Winnie the
uncomfortable.
Poohing.
Why am I no the moment okay, here's how my stupid brain worked is McKenna said we wear little pantaloons. Matt said I pictured little suspenders. My thoughts immediately went to if you gave a mouse a cookie with its little suspenders.
If you give an
But on
Avi
a
Avi
bat. If you give an Avi a cookie.
if you give an Avi Avi a spell book,
Avi pants.
It's me, Avi.
Anyway, I don't know how to I can't help this situation. I can only do alchemical poisons, but and I
Magic.
reach into my bag and I pull out one of the little 3 treat crumpets I get from my bag every day. And it's a little tiny treat with like a jam in the center of it, and I hand it to Ophelia and I go, snack.
She takes your handkerchief that she gave you and does a very un-Ophelia like into it. Just disgusting.
I prestidigitate it for you.
I could-
It's clean.
No, don't do that. I pick up a vial and put it in the vial and close it and go, don't worry about it.
if Cooper could make fantasy chloroform, there is no reason Charlotte couldn't make fantasy insert mood stabilizing medication.
I'd also like to point out it takes like 5 minutes for chloroform to render you unconscious.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Television
That's
has
why it's
lied to you.
fantasy chloroform, Matthew.
Yeah, it's my fantasy chloroform works.
However,
faster.
I may be able to alchemically create something to stabilize fluctuating moods, ups and downs, something like an anti-depression sort of thing.
Ophelia,
I think that might be one thing if there's if it's, hormonal or something, but if
Yeah.
this is based
Magical.
somewhere in Arcana, then
Consult Arcana elements.
Although, like, if you were able to make some sort of, like, I don't know, antidepressant or something, like, we could give that out to people for free and not profit off of it, because that would be the right thing to do. Sorry.
Ophelia,
Yes. Yes, God.
you are loved.
Oh God.
Oh God!
I was going to say, give me. This is hard to say. Give me a will save, but this is a little different. It's not so much a save, but this is. We'll see what happens. 35. Okay, so as Charlotte is talking to you about brewing some sort of potion or something, you kind of like, blowing your nose or dabbing your eyes or something, and you look away from her. Then when you look back up and she's still talking, you have a moment where you're looking at Charlotte, and looming behind her are 3 tall, spindly female figures in like black veils, just sort of like leaning forward, fingers steepled, kind of like leaning forward in interest, staring with curiosity at you. And then with like a flicker, like a blink, they're gone.
Oh, when she sees that, yeah, she's in her snot, and now she has a cookie. She's a cookie in her hand, like a little jam-filled cookie or something. She sees that, screams, drops both of those things, and like backs away from Charlotte.
What did I do? I swear, that one doesn't have any poison in it. I promise.
Charlotte, you feel Pito stir in its kind of resting place.
What?
Idly pet my hand.
What were? Okay, so first of all, you're all very concerned with me. That's great. Thank you. I love you very much. You're so nice to me. But
We love
I
you too,
was
Ophelia.
just fine in that last fight, and I held my own, and I did all the things that I always do. But that's not normal for you, Charlotte.
Huh?
And she just
What's
points
not
behind
normal?
you.
I turn around.
Did you guys not see that?
I
What?
didn't see anything there, Ophelia. What'd you see?
I saw 3 very scary ladies attached to you.
Charlotte whirls and like looks rapidly around and then whirls back, and you see an utter look of disappointment on her face.
You know, now that I say that out loud, I'm just gonna. She like puts her head in the fountain.
Ophelia, don't drown!
That's fine. I can resurrect her.
Oh, that's not the point.
Charlotte, do you know anything about 3 mystery ladies?
Gama will collect Ophelia from the pond.
Charlotte, you get the distinct impression somewhere on some plane of existence, someone is saying, "Yes, Charlotte, do you know something?
Oh God.
Are you going to tell?"
Oh God.
It's a long story, all right? I just whatever you think it is, it's fine. Look, it's fine, all right? I understand.
Right. It's like when I say I'm fine. Gotcha.
Yes,
You're
precisely.
Everyone
I'm
has their own
fine.
fine.
It's
No,
it's not
fine.
fine.
We're fine.
Avi, sometimes I worry that the 2 of us are really the only people in this group who don't have some like mystical mumbo jumbo happening to them randomly.
Endures of Darkness raises a little hand. He's like,
You had
I don't-
you had those visions of the Mushroom Wars that was being shared with us for a hot minute.
Don't bring trauma into this.
Ophelia
Igor,
bubbles.
That would count for you too.
I've had
that dream of that frog where it's something you've forgotten.
that was a ghost
Did you ever
trying to
figure that
drown
one
me.
out?
Yeah, that was a ghost trying to drown me. That was that stone ghost asshole.
Did we ever confirm that?
Yeah, we beat him up
anyone
and
who
it
wants
stopped
can roll me a
happening.
check. Anyone can roll me a check.
What kind of check am I rolling? Occultism?
Sure.
Sure. Discern secrets. It's gonna be a 46.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't Stone Ghost.
Igor, that wasn't Stone Ghost.
Well, it's never happened again. Listen, I've only had one person try to kill me. Like, that wasn't, like, trying to kill all of
That's
us.
not true.
That wasn't trying to kill all of us.
Oh, that's not true.
Okay. Let me. All right. If it
Benji
means
came to the
that we
rescue. It
can-
was fine.
If it means that we can move this forward because we have a little bit of a situation that we can address some problems later, I will just say for the group, this is my life's work. I fully and completely know what I'm doing, all right?
Okay. I
Now,
trust
can we
you.
burn some flowers so we can enter a building?
I have one question.
Shoot.
A very important question. You
Right.
have 3 mystery ladies, and I trust you
have one.
implicitly. I just want to ask, you also said when you saw Ophelia going through the transportation door that she split into 3. Do you think there is any correlation there?
Oh.
Probably not.
Is this some sort of, like, Ophelia's from the future granting power to her now so that Ophelia in the future can become some sort of mecha god?
Time magic. is
Charlotte looks
extremely
over at
unusual, and
Ophelia.
I don't know what a mecha is.
I don't know. Like a mega
There's like
god.
a little bit. There's like a little boogie coming.
One of
out
you
her.
notices.
Charlotte turns back and goes, I don't believe so.
One of you noticed a strange blue box in the shrubbery.
But,
Oh.
no.
Really
Oh, I'll grab that. Getting the mech,
No,
Charlotte.
I do believe unless Matt makes some hints otherwise, the two things are not quite related.
I mean, correlation is causation.
No,
Well,
Igor, you
it's-
got that backwards. You got
Where
that
did
super
you
duper
go?
backwards.
Where did you
bud.
go for a second?
Smite.
You're not you when you're hungry. Eat this.
Right.
Eat
Well,
this snack.
Ophelia, if you're
Still
feeling
have
up
an
to
8
it, we
intelligence.
can burn the flowers.
Yes, please.
All right,
Charlotte
in-
already has one out and is like
Endurance
a little
and Darkness
flame.
brings out a small clay bowl. You guys can put it in the flowers in the bowl and light the flowers.
Fireball. Don't have fireball.
Or
but-
maybe just produce flame.
Produce flame, please. I can
Okay.
also just make a little concoction and, you know, like a Bunsen burner. I've got one of
Would-
those somewhere, I'm
Would
sure.
it help if I cry on it?
Yes.
Maybe I don't know. That might be the opposite.
Um,
Also, we don't really trust water, so like
Ophelia,
Yes,
feel-
God.
you feel a gentle touch on your shoulder,
Yes, God.
and you look over, and Florabunda is there now with lovely little dewdrops from her getting a little bit of water on her, and she looks at you deep in your eyes and just gives you a hug.
Oh,
And
what a
while she doesn't
baby.
speak, she says, "It's gonna be okay, Mom," sort of with body
In
language.
the way. Oh, like my cat when I have mental breakdown days.
Love emotional support animals. We really
Love
do.
emotional support animals. Anyway.
And then
Aw.
she points at the pavilion and makes kind of a "do your best, gambare, gambare."
Senpai.
So cute. She just does a big like slurp and off we go.
All right, you guys burn the flowers. The entire pavilion becomes tangible again, and because they thought, being intangible would be enough of a defense, the door up here is not seemingly locked in any way.
All right, everyone, assume
Oh, of
assume a
course.
non-AOE spell position.
well, we can either stand in front of the door or we can not stand in front of the door.
I
uh,
would prefer the opposite. Not be in front of the door.
Yeah,
Although I do
that's-
need a direct line of sight to throw things, so I shall be
No,
right
lean-
behind Gumma.
I'm gonna lean on this cool pillar right here.
Hey.
all right, Gamma, open that door.
Okay. Let's see. Let me get my little light.
I imagine he reaches out with one little giant toady finger and just goes,
Oh no, he uses his
All right.
stomach.
guys-
"Oh."
Open the door and see an interesting sight inside. So, what first catches your eye is a large, kind of blue-skinned creature. with a-
Oh, hello.
almost like a lion sort of head, but
Ah,
odd,
I
like
still have more arms.
shadowy energy and a
Ah,
shadowy
you
blade.
fool.
Large size, but also nearby is a familiar figure who turns to look at you with a coldness in her eyes you've never seen. Mariana.
Aw.
He just kind of looks at you guys, looks at the forearm giant, then looks back at you. Kill them.
Oh no.
And that's where we're gonna end things today.
Ah,
All right, time for another worm.
Will, you can't solve all your problems with worms.
With worms.
What are you, the gold? Oh, there we go.
Frogs. Frogs
Uh,
very much
but-
like worms.
Thank you all so much. Join us next time as we discover if we can deal with this or if we will go down to Mariama. But that's the lyric for the song, right?
But
You're asking
you
the
talking
wrong fool.
Are you talking about Mary on a cross?
Is that what that song is?
Mary
Yes!
Mary
on a cross.
Oh, I've always heard it as Mariama. Okay, cool.
no.
All right. Well, then ignore me. But thank you all so much. Join us next time as we see what happens.
Mariama cross.
Oh, we're up. I'm gonna see if I can fuck with her shadow too.
Thank you all so much for coming. Check out the many other shows in the channel, and we'll see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.